My name is Bonnie. First time I ever heard the word cancer, I was 26 years old. I'm now pushing 70, and I have survived cancer twice, several spinal surgeries, and with every surgery that I had and every recovery, it seemed like I lost more and more hair, and people kept saying, oh, it'll grow back, it'll grow back. It didn't grow back. And it got to the point where I didn't want to leave the house anymore because I felt like a freak. And I tried wigs, I tried hair pieces, I tried everything. Nothing was natural, nothing looked good. I had to take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. And then I found Ultimate Hair Design, and it changed my life.
How are you today?
I am awesome.
Yeah, good. How you feeling about your hair today?
I don't have enough words to describe how I feel about my hair today. With cancer, it's a matter of life and death. And there's this hope or expectation your hair is going to grow back. But it doesn't always grow back. And it doesn't always grow back the same. And being a two-time survivor, each time it takes a little bit more away from you. I've had probably 24 major surgeries in my life. Each one having an effect on me and my hair. As a result of that, I had just gotten to the point where I considered myself almost bald. And for a woman, that is a profoundly damaging emotional feeling. Men, it's like, you're losing your hair, just like your dad. But not for women, not for women. Culturally, that is just, it takes the spirit out of you.
Yeah. And would you say now having hair again, what's that do to your spirit?
It's embarrassing in a way, especially at my age, but I was out somewhere recently and I had a young man hitting on me. I'm going, wait a minute, I'm old enough to be your mother, maybe your grandmother. But that's how I feel. I feel alive. I don't know how to explain. When you've spent your whole life feeling like a frumpy old lady, and then all of a sudden, I don't feel frumpy, I don't feel old, I don't think old, I don't even dress old anymore. My daughters say to me, gee Mom, could I borrow your new green blouse? Never before would they say a thing like that. I'm not going to wear those old clothes. So, I cannot explain the change it's made in my life. I'm not shy. I've never been accused of being short of words. But I feel awesome.
How'd you hear about Ultimate Hair? How'd you find us?
Oh God. After the death of a marriage, I found myself isolating myself, staying at home, becoming a hermit. I didn't go out. I felt ultimate ugly. I separated myself from my friends, my family. The more I stayed at home, the more I ate, the more ugly I felt. And one day I just happened to pick up this silly little magazine, and I'm going through it, and hair transplant. Good luck, I survived cancer. I'm like the modern medical miracle. I've had so many surgeries, I have to make a list of them because nobody would believe it. And as a result of that, I just don't have hair. And it doesn't make any difference if you use a toothbrush or what, or if you tease it for a month, I still don't have any hair. And I saw that Ultimate Hair and come in for a free whatever it was. And I thought, well, what have I got to lose? Hair transplant is not an option because there is no hair to transplant. So I came in, and the more I saw, the more I loved it. I mean, it just, everything I saw looked so natural, so real. To me, it was a miracle. It was a miracle. I wish I only had heard about it 100 years ago. Yeah, it's a hard thing for a woman to come to that acknowledgement that she doesn't have hair like other women have. And so in my mid-20s, early 30s, I started with wigs and then hair pieces and then wigs and then hair pieces, and I tried everything that I could find that would somehow or another make my hair beautiful like other women's hair was beautiful. And nothing ever worked. I look back at some of the old family pictures and I think, why didn't I have a friend who had enough love for me to say, Bonnie, that doesn't match, that doesn't look right, that's not natural.
I remember I met with you when you came in, and you were such a sweetheart. When you first met me, you said, no, I will not shake your hand, I will give you a hug, because I'm all about hugs. And I have to tell you, that made me really feel good about you as, you know, being part of our family here. How did you feel? How did you feel when you came into our facility?
I was very impressed because first, your office staff know who's coming through that door and acknowledge you by name. And to me that's important. That reflects good management. And if you have good management, then you can only suspect that other parts of the program are also structured in a way that they're professional. And that's what I've experienced in the 9-10 months that I've been a member of Ultimate Hair. And I don't feel like family, I'm sorry, I feel special. When I walk in here, I feel special. Well, hello, Bonnie. And my stylist, I just think she somehow or another took that piece, put it on my head, and made a style that made me feel alive as a woman for the first time in more years than I care to admit.
I remember that day. That was a really special day. She did a remarkable job. You two gelled together like sisters, and you know, you could really feel, you know, your comfort and your pleasure with what, you know, having that hair added in with your own hair did for you.
And it wasn't just pleasure, it was amazement that she somehow saw the symmetry. Maybe even my need or my desire to not look old. You know, in 15 months I'll be 70 years old. I felt 170 years old. And she styled my hair, and I look at it and I burst into tears because I felt for the first time in my adult life that I was pretty. I don't have a lot of pictures of me. I have a lot of pictures of the family, and I'm included. And I can't throw them away because they're family pictures. But it just makes me sad when I look at them because I just look awful. And since the day I got my ultimate hairpiece, I have never felt awful. I wash my hair, I come out, it looks, I go style it, and it's just like amazing. It's just amazing. Sometimes I wake up, I don't even bother combing my hair. I mean, it's just beautiful, just beautiful. Why use a bandana when you don't have to? When you can go through this process and no one ever knows, and you can look beautiful and feel beautiful, even though you've gone through this life-threatening ordeal.